But if she was that Diddy freak off at 70 years old, she was just like the rest of them. The freaks come out at night. That's his mother. Wrong, right, or indifferent, she gonna lie, steal, kill, and protect her child. That's what she's supposed to do. But the apple don't fall far from the tree, man.
Yeah, he not a monster, she is. But I don't wanna go there. But she is. She's the fucking monster. Everything in her fucking name. She's the monster. She created that and...
Yes, you heard that right. The whole drama has taken an unexpected turn after footage surfaced showing King Combs, Diddy's son, allegedly fighting his own grandmother, Diddy's mom, Janice Combs. Now, you're probably wondering, how did things get this messy? Well, when you're dealing with the fallout of Diddy's ongoing scandals, family tensions are bound to boil over. This leaked footage is proof that the drama isn't just affecting Diddy, it's tearing apart the people closest to him. But here's the big question: why would King Combs go head-to-head with his grandmother? Could this shocking fight be connected to the allegations surrounding his father, or is it a sign that family loyalty is starting to crack under pressure? Whatever the case, one thing is certain: if even Diddy's own family is falling apart, the stakes are higher than ever. Because when private family battles go public, there's no coming back. Let's dive in. It's no secret that Diddy has spent years cultivating the image of a picture-perfect family. From luxurious vacations to extravagant birthday parties and holiday celebrations, he made sure the world saw him as the ultimate family man, a father who had it all together. Even in interviews and on social media, Diddy proudly showcased his bond with his children, portraying a life of unity, love, and success. But now it seems that carefully crafted image is starting to unravel.
I've been extra hard on him and really just telling him the truth that, yo, like, you're my son and you have to deal with these things. I never picked a beat for him. I never did anything. I never set up a meeting for him.
When Diddy's life took a shocking turn with his arrest just a few months ago, it seemed even incarceration couldn't shake the carefully crafted facade he had built. Just a month after Diddy was taken into federal custody following a sprawling investigation, his children stepped forward to publicly show their unwavering support. Quincy, Justin, Christian, Chance, and the twins, Jesse and Delilah, united to post a heartfelt statement alongside a family photo. In their message, they spoke of devastation, false narratives, and their belief that the truth would eventually prevail. Declaring, "The past month has devastated our family. Many have judged both him and US based on accusations, conspiracy theories, and false narratives that have spiraled into absurdity on social media." Their words painted a picture of resilience and unity, even as the family faced mounting scrutiny and public speculation. "We stand united, supporting you every step of the way. We miss you and love you, Dad." These words from Diddy's children marked a poignant declaration of their loyalty and love amidst the storm. But Diddy's family support didn't stop there. His mother, Janice Combs, also stepped into the spotlight, fiercely defending her son during the ongoing legal chaos. Janice, a long-standing strong presence in Diddy's life, publicly dismissed the growing allegations against him. She claimed her son was being unfairly targeted, despite acknowledging some complexities. "My son may not have been entirely truthful about certain things," she said, referencing an incident where Diddy denied ever getting violent with an ex-girlfriend, despite hotel surveillance suggesting otherwise. She elaborated, "Sometimes the truth and a lie become so closely intertwined that it becomes terrifying to admit one part of the story, especially when that truth is outside the norm or too complicated to be believed." Janice explained that this intricacy likely influenced Diddy's civil legal team's decision to settle the ex-girlfriend's lawsuit rather than contest it. She suggested that the settlement was not an admission of guilt but a strategic move to avoid prolonged legal battles. However, this decision seemed to backfire, as the federal government interpreted the settlement as an acknowledgement of wrongdoing, further complicating Diddy's legal battles.
We've been able to speak to your son.
What did you say to him when you visited him in court?
Clearly, if Cassie hadn't settled her lawsuit, Diddy's actions might have been exposed much sooner. However, Janice seems far from ready to have that conversation. For many observing the unfolding drama, this was yet another example of how, despite everything, Diddy continues to have his family's unwavering support. Their loyalty remains steadfast, showcasing a united front even as the controversies surrounding him grow. But here's where things get complicated. While Diddy's kids and mother continue to portray the image of a supportive and loving family, insiders are revealing a very different reality behind closed doors. This outward show of unity is reportedly far from the truth. Family relations are said to be tense and strained in ways no one could have imagined. Sources close to the family describe escalating tensions as Diddy's legal troubles continue to mount. Insiders claim that a constant tug-of-war has emerged between Janice Combs and King Combs over managing the millions of dollars Diddy left behind. The growing friction is said to be putting an immense strain on the family dynamic, threatening to unravel their united front. Talk about bad timing. You really have to wonder how much more this mansion, already a magnet for drama, can take before it crumbles under the weight of it all. Seriously, maybe it's time to pack up and move, why all? But let's not get ahead of ourselves, because things are about to take a disturbing turn. And trust me, this is where the story gets real dark. According to Grace, Christian Combs wasn't just some innocent bystander in this situation. From the moment they met, it's alleged he took an unsettling, inappropriate interest in her, and it only went downhill from there. In the lawsuit, Grace claims that during a recording session, Christian pressured her into drinking tequila with him. But wait, it gets even worse, because according to her, that wasn't just tequila in her drink. She alleges it was spiked, and let's be real, given Diddy's controversial past, we can't help but see some unsettling parallels here. It's a story we've all heard before, and if history tells us anything, we know exactly where this might lead. Buckle up, this is far from over.
Now a son of embattled music mogul Sean Diddy Combs has been accused of sexual assault. A lawsuit filed in LA Superior Court on Thursday accuses Christian King Combs of assaulting and possibly a woman in December 2022. The woman says it happened while she was working on a yacht that Diddy had chartered. This comes just over a week after homes owned by Diddy were raided in LA and Miami as part of a federal human trafficking investigation. Neither the attorneys for Combs or Diddy have commented on the new legal complaint.
But that's just the beginning of what Grace claims went down. According to her, things took an even darker, more twisted turn. She alleges that Christian became aggressive, physically grabbing her arm to prevent her from leaving. Just take a moment to imagine that, being stuck, unable to escape, and feeling completely trapped by someone wielding immense power and influence. It's absolutely terrifying. And unfortunately, it gets worse. Grace claims that later that same day, the situation spiraled completely out of control. This is where the story takes an even darker and more disturbing twist. She alleges that Christian cornered her in a private room, stripped off his clothes, and tried to force her into non-consensual acts. Grace says she fought back, refusing to give in, but the nightmare didn't end until another staff member happened to walk in. That chance intervention gave her the opportunity to break free. Let's just pause here for a second, because what in the world? This is beyond chilling. It's a horrifying account that leaves you questioning everything.
Son, Christian, aka King Combs, is now being sued, just like his father is. A woman filed a lawsuit against King, alleging that in late 2022, right before New Year's Eve, King took her on a yacht. Specifically, the party going on, she was working it, and she claims that he started to hone in on her, roping her, trying to kiss her. She claims that she tried pushing him off of him, telling her that she didn't want it. And she claims that he continued pressing on and pressing on. In her lawsuit, she actually claims to have audio recordings of this, and she includes transcripts of all of this. And in the transcripts, if they're believed to be true, they do in fact show her trying to tell Christian, hey, leave me alone, I don't want this, leave me alone.
Grace, desperate for help and some kind of support, even tried talking to the yacht captain the next morning, hoping for someone to at least listen. But instead of empathy or action, she was met with a dismissive, cold response. The captain brushed it off, suggesting that she was probably partying voluntarily. Voluntarily, excuse me? That kind of response is the very definition of tone deaf and makes you question the moral compass of anyone who could dismiss such a serious accusation so casually. But if you thought that was the worst of it, think again, because the fallout from what Grace allegedly experienced doesn't just end with that horrifying night. No, it gets even more heart-wrenching. Grace claims she was essentially forced to keep serving, unable to escape the situation, as though her trauma didn't matter and she was just expected to carry on as if nothing happened. This isn't just disturbing, it's utterly devastating. Christian, even after everything that allegedly happened, continued to have Grace serve him like nothing ever went down. Talk about a toxic work environment, right? It's like this man supposedly crossed every line imaginable, and yet she was forced to carry on as if it were just another day. Can you even imagine the mental toll of such a situation? But sadly, it doesn't stop there. To make matters worse, Grace's personal life began to crumble under the weight of everything she had endured. The emotional trauma from the incident spiraled into a complete breakdown. She lost her job, her mental health took a nosedive, and as if that wasn't devastating enough, her long-term relationship fell apart too. Her partner couldn't handle the emotional strain of what she was going through, and they eventually split. It's an unimaginable cascade of heartbreak and loss that leaves you questioning how one person could endure so much.
Like father, like son, the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said before,
To be honest, it's hard to even fathom what it must have been like for Grace, losing both her career and a long-term relationship, all while carrying the weight of such unimaginable trauma, is nothing short of heartbreaking. The emotional scars of what she endured, coupled with the collapse of her personal and professional life, paint a picture of devastation that's difficult to put into words. It's a level of pain and resilience most of us can't even begin to comprehend. But sadly, it doesn't end there. According to Grace's lawyer, she has been battling deep depression ever since that fateful night, and the weight of it all has forced her to seek therapy just to begin processing what happened. And if you think that's bad, it gets even more gut-wrenching. Grace missed out on celebrating her own sister's wedding, an event she had been eagerly planning for 18 months. A day that should have been filled with joy and love became something she couldn't even bear to attend because the emotional toll was simply too overwhelming. It's heartbreaking to think of all the moments stolen from her by this trauma.
Christian King Combs isn't letting his dad, Sean Diddy Combs' sex trafficking court hearing get in the way of him partying with his girlfriend, Raven Trees.
But why all? It gets even messier. Not only is Christian allegedly tied to some deeply disturbing actions, but he's also reportedly linked to the infamous freak-off parties that have haunted his father, Diddy, for years. Yeah, you heard that right. Those wild, scandalous parties that have been the subject of whispers and headlines might involve more than just Diddy. Sources are now claiming that it wasn't just Diddy indulging in these chaotic lifestyles, his sons were allegedly right there in the middle of the action. And guess what? Christian's name has also been dragged into this bombshell lawsuit. The connections here are as shocking as they are explosive, and it's clear that this story is only just beginning to unravel. And if you thought it couldn't get any more shocking, think again, because the lawsuit names none other than Justin Combs, Diddy's eldest son. Yes, this bombshell revelation has not only implicated Christian, but has now dragged Justin into the mix as well. The drama surrounding this family just keeps piling up, and it seems like the skeletons in the Combs closet are spilling out at an alarming rate. With both sons now tied to these serious allegations, the spotlight on the Combs empire has never been more intense. It's a storm that's bound to shake their world and everyone watching it unfold.
Breaking news for you now, a federal raid at the LA home of music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. You see a large law enforcement operation presence at that home. Our Fox Los Angeles sister station is reporting the raid is part of a sex trafficking investigation.
In a lawsuit filed by a woman named Jones, the allegations take an even darker turn. It's claimed that both Justin Combs and Diddy were allegedly involved in soliciting sex workers and admitting underage girls to a listening party. But wait, it gets even more shocking. Jones alleges that party guests were drugged, their drinks spiked without their knowledge, creating an atmosphere of manipulation and danger. And the spotlight doesn't stop at Diddy, and Christian Combs is also reportedly named in this lawsuit as someone actively involved in deeply disturbing acts. The accusations include spiking drinks and even assaulting a woman at one of these parties. If true, this paints a horrifying picture of exploitation and abuse tied to a family that has long been idolized in the public eye.
Justin Combs' attorney speaks out after claims that he's banned from renting homes in Los Angeles after allegedly wrecking them. Listen, y'all, the realtors in LA are fucking fed up with the Combs family, bro. Like, they are done with the Combs family. Like, they banning everybody in the Combs family from renting homes in LA, B.
Is this for real? It just keeps getting more intense. Back in April, things took a wild turn when the feds raided Diddy's $40 million a la mansion Teza. And guess who was seen fleeing the scene? None other than Justin and Christian Combs. Yes, they were reportedly running from the raid. But why? Well, the Department of Homeland Security came in with a full-scale operation, and it wasn't just any raid. Reports say that incriminating evidence, including tapes, allegedly surfaced from Diddy's homes. These tapes are said to contain footage from those infamous freak-off parties and other deeply disturbing activities. The level of secrecy and criminality surrounding these tapes is nothing short of chilling.
Justin Combs allegedly unruly parties has real estate agents in LA refusing to rent to him. Auto slam! Well, they probably refusing to rent to him because daddy's money's tied up.
And guess who's already implicated in all of this mess? Of course, none other than Justin and Christian. These two are seemingly at the center of the storm, with their names now tied to some of the most disturbing allegations to ever hit the Combs family. As the details continue to unravel, it's becoming clear that this scandal could be much bigger than anyone anticipated. The Combs empire, once untouchable, now faces a reckoning that could change everything.
Justin Combs faces an $190,000 lawsuit over alleged Miss Bentley payments. Now, this is at a trying time right now for his family. A lot of the money his father owned, P. Diddy, might be seized as assets by the federal government because they're prosecuting P. Diddy right now for sexual.
So what did they do? Did they dip? Of course they did. After the raid went down, Justin and Christian were seen fleeing the scene with bags in hand. But once the dust settled, guess who came back? You guessed it, Justin and Christian. They returned, probably to grab their things and try to lay low, hoping to stay under the radar. Talk about messed up family drama. But guess what? The drama didn't stop there. Things are only getting worse for Justin now, and it's clear this whole situation is spiraling out of control. He's not just dealing with lawsuits and family chaos. Justin is now being blacklisted in the LA real estate market. Sources say Justin can't even get a call back from a real estate agent after his infamous party lifestyle became well known. It's reportedly becoming harder than ever for him to secure a rental in LA, with his reputation taking a serious hit. This drama is seriously affecting not just his career, but his ability to live his day-to-day life in the city. Well, let's be real for a second. Can you even blame him for all the backlash? With the way Justin's been living his life, it's no surprise he's facing trouble. His Instagram is practically a highlight reel of wild, alcohol-fueled parties. He's infamous for throwing gatherings that get completely out of hand, and it's no secret he loves to live large. Talk about stunting like your daddy, right? But here's the kicker: when he rented homes in LA, he wasn't exactly keeping it low-key. He'd tell agents he was hosting a small gathering of 20 people, but when the party actually started, it was more like 200 people tearing up the place. Sounds like a total disaster, doesn't it? As if Justin Cole's life wasn't already a complete circus of wild parties, family drama, and legal battles, guess what else he's dealing with now? Some serious financial trouble. Yep, Justin is digging himself deeper and deeper into a hole, and this time it's not just lawsuits and shady dealings. His wallet is taking a major hit. Porsche is coming after him for not paying up on his luxury car. Looks like things are spiraling out of control in more ways than one. Let's rewind a little bit. Back in January 2022, Justin leased a shiny new Bentley Baga V8, a car that's basically the definition of a flex. The deal? 42 payments of $3,365.23 each, making for a very expensive ride. But here's where it all goes downhill. Fast forward to December 2023, and Justin decided not to make his payment. Now, Porsche's coming for the entire $172,614.30 he owes, plus they want their interest, which is 10% per year. Imagine the pressure. That's over $170,000 hanging over his head, not to mention the legal fees, family drama, and the mounting stress of dealing with it all at once.
Happy birthday, Daddy.
But here's the real kicker: Porsche served him with the lawsuit papers in June, right in the middle of all the other chaos. The legal storm is only getting stronger, and it's looking like there's no way out. But y'all, that's not even the worst of it. As if his family couldn't get any crazier, King C. Diddy's youngest son is stepping in to take over the family's social media. With Diddy deep in legal trouble, King is now running Diddy's Instagram account, trying to keep the Combs brand afloat amidst all this chaos. But this move definitely raised some eyebrows because Diddy's social media has always been a platform for him to flex and keep his image polished. So it's no surprise that King would want to step in while his dad is busy dealing with the 2025 trial. This shift in responsibility could be a strategic move to maintain the family brand's presence during a time of intense legal and personal turmoil.
Now a son of embattled music mogul Sean Diddy Combs has been accused of sexual assault. A lawsuit filed in LA Superior Court on Thursday accuses Christian King Combs of sexually assaulting and possibly a woman in December 2022. The woman says it happened while she was working on a yacht that Diddy had chartered. This comes just over a week after homes owned by Diddy were raided in LA and Miami as part of a federal human trafficking investigation.
Christian Combs, Diddy's son, accused of assaulting a woman in looming lawsuit. Now, if you don't know, the lawsuit against Christian Combs has yet to be officially filed, but is currently in the works. According to attorney Tyrone Blackburn, the identity of Combs' alleged has yet to be revealed, and details surrounding the reported lawsuit are limited. So it looked like Christian Combs stunting like his daddy. They trying to take down the whole family now.
It seems like King is trying to salvage the Combs family's reputation while keeping their brand afloat during this period of intense scrutiny. His posts showcasing positive throwback videos and good energy are likely an attempt to remind people of the family's legacy and the positive impact they've had, countering the negative headlines surrounding them. With all the legal battles and drama, this could be a strategic move to stay relevant and manage the public image while Diddy deals with the mounting legal troubles. As for what's next, it's hard to say, but if the family can weather this storm, they may focus on rebuilding their brand, possibly with a renewed focus on more philanthropic or positive projects to help shift public perception. As the drama continues to unfold in the Combs family saga, it's clear that this is far from over. From the disturbing allegations surrounding Christian Combs to the mounting legal battles, lawsuits, and family chaos, the Combs name is being dragged through the mud in ways few could have predicted. The fact that Justin Combs is now facing serious financial and legal consequences, coupled with Diddy's own deepening troubles, has placed an enormous amount of pressure on the family. But amid all this turmoil, King Combs' decision to take control of the family's social media and keep the positive energy flowing could be a crucial step in trying to repair their public image. While the situation is undeniably complex and the challenges ahead are vast, it's clear that the Combs family isn't going down without a fight. Will they be able to reclaim their reputation and rebuild their empire? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure, this saga is only just beginning. Thanks for tuning in to this intense and developing story. Stay connected for more updates as we continue to track the latest twists and turns in the lives of the Combs family. If you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more celebrity news and in-depth coverage. See you in the next video.